It all started when I was browsing YouTube one day. I'm a huge virtual reality fan, so when I was searching for PlayStation virtual reality in particular, I found this YouTube channel called PSVR Without Parole. I noticed they were pretty big and they had lots of views, so I decided to check out their content. That's when the trouble started. I was watching their podcast. They had these 3 hosts, and as I was watching them and listening to their incredibly boring and soulless conversations with one another, my eyes just started to get so heavy. It was so bizarre. I tried to fight it, but their content was so sleep-inducing that I eventually passed out. I woke up in a daze. I was laying on the floor. My trousers were pulled down to my knees. There was a terrible aching from my butthole and a smell of cat piss. It was just everywhere. When I realized what had happened to me, I just felt dead inside. I didn't sleep. I didn't talk to anyone. I just couldn't feel clean. My name is Petrifying Pumpkins, and I'm a PSVR Without Parole survivor. It all
Hey kid, have you ever wanted to feel like you're inside the game? Well now you can, thanks to the awesome power of Firewall Zero Hour and PlayStation Virtual Reality. Be in the game, feel every bullet, live every death. Firewall Zero Hour, available now.
PlayStation.
Hey kid, have you ever wanted to feel like you're inside the game? Well now you can, thanks to the awesome power of Firewall Zero Hour and PlayStation Virtual Reality. Be in the game, feel every bullet, live every death. Firewall Zero Hour, available now.
PlayStation.
How's it going? We're live.
Chris Benoit.
We are live.
What's Chris Benoit shit's going? What's that?
Didn't he murder his family or something? I think
Oh,
that's what
geez,
he's
he
referenced. I think
did.
that's what
Yeah,
happened. He was playing Firewall.
CTE. I think that was the CTE thing, man.
What's CTE?
That's what Aaron Hernandez had.
I don't
It's
know
from
who that is.
like sport. He's a football player.
A drug?
No, it's where you get like mad concussions from like your head slamming into
Okay.
shit and whatnot.
Okay. Is that just making excuses for a murderer though?
No,
You
your
sure?
brain starts doing weird shit.
Kiwi Creations, how's it going? Look at that color. That's a nice green color. I can read that 5XL. Yeah, we need more colors like this constantly. But yeah, 5XL says yup.
Can we hear it? Can you hear it?
I assume they can if they're responding to us. But Kiwi 5XL, how you doing? And who else we got there? We won't Kiwi again. I has
What's that?
the same mic. I'm guessing she's
What
talking
did
about your
Chris
weird,
Benoit.
your weird orb mic.
He was a
Decepticon.
good wrestler.
Was he a good wrestler? Did he
He
kill
was a
himself
good wrestler.
afterwards? Was it a murder
I
suicide?
think it was like an all about thing. Yeah, he killed
Yeah.
everybody and then killed himself.
I
Yep.
think I remember playing
Crazy.
as him in like SmackDown on PS1.
Would have never thought.
You know, Geisen is here. How you doing, Geisen?
Geisen.
Just talking about
Moist.
wrestlers who have murdered their families.
Moist.
He is
So
moist, which I like to see. You know, I'm happy to see that you're moist, Geisen. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm alive. I'm here. I'm alive.
He
I'm
was
well.
resurrected. I told a lot of
His-
people yesterday
His
that
show
you
went
passed,
to shambles
away.
without me there. I seen it like lasted an hour.
So it was a blue screen, had nothing to do with you. We were all having a great time.
Uh-huh.
It was actually one of the best streams I've ever done.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
It
yeah.
probably was the best stream I ever did. 5XL was like, yo, do this all the time. Have 3 open slots all the time. And I was like, wow, make Decepticon
Hey, you
earn his
know?
bread? Earn that bread? I was like, you know what? Not a bad idea, 5XL. Yukmo B, what's up? WCW versus NWO in 6. What's this random letters
That's a
and
great
numbers
game.
you're hitting me with?
Yukmo
What is
B.
this?
Yuck Mouth, that is a great game. That's one of the best games,
Royal
best
Rumble.
wrestling games.
For arcade machine. It wasn't a console
Oh,
game?
the N6. I don't know if it was I don't remember it being in the arcade, but it was
N64,
banging
so
on
it has to be
N64.
Okay. Kiwi is eating lemons and oranges. All right.
Smeggy's fault.
I
It's
would just
always
have the
Smeggy's
oranges
fault.
now. It
Everything
was Smeggy's. He did. He got blue screen and then he came back and he fucked us. I don't know how he
Sounds
he gets
about
these
right.
diseases.
Because that night that we played with Smeggy as well, our connections were all wacky.
So it's him.
It might be. I've been saying open imports. Nobody wants to listen to me though.
Oh. Welcome to episode number 21. We've done this 21 times now, Decepticon. Actually,
Jesus
22
Christ, shut it
times.
off.
Because
Stop
there was
it.
a test episode. Remember test episode? That's why
I
there's
saw
an
that
extra one.
today actually.
You saw it today?
Yep.
Oh man,
I was going through the playlist.
Feeling nostalgic. Were you feeling
I was
nostalgic?
I was just scrolling through the playlist to see
Okay.
what if I had everything right, correct, and everything's correct.
What you mean? Is everything correct?
I had all the episodes.
Okay.
Nothing was in the wrong order. It was all right. Every
Alright.
episode was there.
All right. Okay.
The playlist is correct.
Probably should have called that episode 1, seeing it was practically just an episode.
Test episode.
Test episode. You might be Royal Rumble 4
Yep.
Arcade was outside my grocery store when I was a kid.
That was a good game.
Absolute fire. Had
Yep.
Legion of Doom, Earthquake, Typhoon, Big Boss Man, etc.
That was the shit.
I'm old, says Yukmok B. I'm surprised you're old, Yukmok B, because of how juvenile
So
your comments usually are towards
I thought
me.
he was
So,
also
you know, I'm
young.
surprised. I'm surprised. 5XL
Yukmount.
says,
I don't know if
just
Yukmount
saying,
knows that Fed Smoker died. Fed Smoker has passed away, Yukmount.
you don't have those issues
knows-
when
he
I
knows
play,
this.
or Minus. Oh, 5XL speaking up for Minus, too. Representing. Well, you know what? Why don't you speak up for, what's the opposite of tardiness, Decepticon?
What happened?
Punctuality. Why don't you speak up for punctuality? Be there on time and say, suck me. And then you're in. Ice Goddess Rukia, how you doing? Welcome, Rukia. Thanks for joining
Say
us.
that ever.
You better say it. Minus better say it too, if he wants to get sucked. Look, I'll suck anyone who gets there in time. Alright? That's the rules. We all know the rules. They're there for a reason. Fairness. Now, you may say it's not fair to have Decepticon there all the time, but this is his payment for being co-host. You know,
he's
that's
no
how he gets paid. I don't
He's
pay him
got
with
no
money.
show without me. There's no
Exactly.
show. He
So
called me
gets paid.
from the KFC the other day. He was like, "Look, I'm trying to you steal all the Wi-Fi from this one KFC in Ireland.
Mhm.
You know,
In Galway.
help me out.
Have to
Help
go to
me
Galway
out."
for that Wi-Fi. I just send out roasts like I'm a chef, says Yukmouth B. All right. Okay. You call them roasts. I call them something else. Anyway.
What do you call them?
Just don't question me on that. I didn't have an answer for that. I was just kind of waffling. Let's talk about... Let's get into the topic, shall we? Topic number 1, Decepticon.
All right. What is it?
We don't have a huge amount to talk about, but we got some interesting random things that we've never talked about before. Let's start with Swords of... Man, I can't talk. Swords of Gargantuan.
There you go. There you go.
I don't know. How do you say? Do you say Gargantuan or Gargantuan?
Gargantua.
Chua. Is
there Gargantua. There's no on that. I guess I think it's just Gargantua. Here. Maybe it's a city. Maybe Gargantua is a city.
David Segerson is here. He's got one of them gargantuous megmas.
Open them ports.
Well, also it's better when Decepticon is there and he has best jammy spots. Well, there you go.
See,
he's speaking up. He's speaking up. I was taking auditions. I was like, who's going to be the new Decepticon? Is it going to be David Segerson? You know, it was like X Factor or American Idol kind of type thing.
X Factor.
You know, whatever you have in America.
What do you got there? Is that what you got there?
We watched the English ones over here.
What's that one? What is it?
X Factor's the big one.
All right.
But it's also Britain's Got Talent. You know, they've had the Irish versions of those things, but they're trash.
It's all trash.
Who's this, by the way? Says Kiwi Creations. Who's who?
Who's this?
Who's this? I don't know what you mean, Kiwi.
Who?
You're you, Kiwi. 5XL says, but his jammer placements will be useless if the other team is running tactician. I was just reading the notes, patch notes on Facebook for the 6th of February, which was, how long ago was that? 2 days after it came out. And it said that they altered the way the tactician's icon functions. So I'm guessing that must have something to do with the jammer. They must have fixed that, no? I never got to test it out.
Well, I haven't played with that guy yet.
Well, my internet fucked after the first day, and then I played it yesterday, but I barely used him because we were getting so stomped by the Hoon and his squad that I switched to Okoro, and I did not go near tactician for the rest of the night, which was only an hour and 20 minutes.
Is that 777's friends? That is his friends, isn't it?
Oh, he tracks them.
That's he's the only person.
The amazing LSB has returned. Welcome back, the
Plays
amazing
too much.
LSB. Where's your pal 777? Where's he hiding?
Where is he? He was all moist. He moisted himself out.
Slick. He's slick.
He's going dry at the moment.
Well, in play, the tactician skill is barely used, says David Segerson. I feel like you don't have enough time to use it. Well, I'm sure the better players do, but I don't know. It's something you need to use your head for. Yeah. I'd say it's probably like an elite level
Gargantua. There it was right there. Yeah. You did not spell it wrong.
All right, calm down. Okay, calm down.
You see it?
5XL, we shall see. That one day I was playing, I saw it every time. Okay, we'll see. Yes, let's talk about Sword of Gargantua, though.
Definitely through the wall.
What's been on the screen there for a while. So basically, this game has been described as Dark Souls for VR. It's already out on PC VR. The cool thing about this is that it has like the golem-looking combats where like you block and then a weak point appears on their body, if you know what I mean. It's like a ball thing.
Yeah, that looks
cool.
cool.
Attack that ball. But the cool thing, 3-player co-op. You and 2 friends. Now,
looks like there's a lot going on too.
There is a lot going on. Well, I've heard mixed things about like the actual gameplay in terms of how it feels like a little bit maybe repetitive, like it's just a horde mode maybe. But I could have fun with that with multiplayer, you know. As long as anything co-op or something like that is fun in VR, you know.
Yep.
Kiwi, I is eating a lemon. All right. Okay.
Not even close yet. See, I don't believe it. That's like the new hype word. It's like Dark Souls. It plays like Dark Souls.
PSVR Underground.
Stop it.
Not only have I seen it called Dark Souls.
Nothing plays like Dark Souls.
By articles and stuff. Every comment section seems to be like it's nothing like Dark Souls. It has
even the ones that do actually play like Dark Souls still don't play like Dark Souls.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to play Dark Souls, you got to be rolling around all the time.
That's it. Dark Souls.
You know, you're tumbling, you're rolling.
Because Neo is Neo. Bloodborne's Bloodborne. It's all its own games.
All right, come on. But in fairness,
finish Bloodborne. How about you finish Bloodborne?
Me?
Yes,
I finished it on stream. I beat fucking the moon
DLC,
presence.
I
beat the moon presence.
The DLC.
No, I'm not going back.
Why?
Because I'd have to start from the beginning again.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
I beat the game. You can't go back to where you were.
It doesn't matter. Go. You can do the plus.
No, that's way harder. That is way harder, and that was hard enough. That was hard enough.
Easy.
Who's here? Petrifying Pumpkins. Pylines. What is this? That the name of my children?
It's a workout. Probably. It looks like it's a
I
workout.
love pumpkin pie.
Looks like it's like tons of enemies, and then you got to battle the giant enemy, and then probably more enemies come.
It kind of has like a Destiny kind of vibe. Well, actually, no. Maybe Godfall might be better. That game that's coming for PS5, like that launch title that they showed off at the Game Awards show. It was like 3 people, 3 friends, and they have melee weapons, so it's all melee sword fighting. I just hope it's like nice and fast paced, you know.
Looks cool.
Gargantua indeed. I'm wondering how big it is, how it's going to look on PSVR. Are they going to limit the players for co-op?
It definitely is not going. You know it ain't going to look that crisp.
But is it going to be 3-player co-op, or is it just going to be like single player?
I hope
sudden,
so.
You know.
I hope stop stripping that thing. Strip other things. Strip everything.
Strip the graphics. You know, just have fucking
take the armor off.
Have
the
Rec Room graphics, but keep the co-op for God's sake.
Just keep the co-op.
So this got confirmed for PSVR, but I was sure that this was already confirmed for PSVR. I don't know why it's news again, but here we go. I'm talking about it. But you not? Or maybe you just showed it to me before, and I assumed it was coming to PSVR. You were like, "Hey, check this game out."
What?
This. I'm pretty sure you showed me this before.
A while ago, it was mentioned.
But like, did you know back then it was coming to PSVR?
Yes.
Okay, so why is it news?
It's just been talked about.
It's been confirmed, is that it?
It's been, nothing's been really, yeah.
Well,
I don't know. Well, I think it's been finally confirmed.
Upload viewers, like, hey, it's confirmed for PSVR.
This is finally confirmed.
This is like an article from today. I fucking love Bloodborne, says PSVR Underground. I really got into it at the end. Well, not at the end. Like, it took me a while to get in, like, get good at it, I should say. But once
Platinum.
Oh, that's impressive. That's a nice platinum. Impressive one for the collection.
Yes, it
but
is.
yeah, some little bit of facts about this game. Described as a Souls-like, I'm sorry, God Cannon. First-person sword combat, rogue-like elements, has 3-player co-op, and I've written in beside us, hopefully on PSVR 2. But yeah, there was a tweet that confirmed it was just the developer like testing this on a PSVR headset and move control. Oh, by the way, move controllers only for this game, if you're interested. But yeah, no release date, I don't think.
Nope, I haven't seen anything.
No release window even. But yeah, that's all I can really say about this game. I mean, there's plenty of gameplay you can look up on the PC version right now. It's like 20-minute segments and stuff like that if you want to get a good idea of how it actually plays. As long as it doesn't get too fucked with downgrades or whatever in the port. And that's all we got to say about Swords of Gargantua. Gargantua.
Say it.
Anything else you want to say?
Gargantua.
God Cannon says you can level up skills and stuff too. Okay. So you got a progression system to work towards. I wonder how varied the environments are and stuff. Is there something about a tower? Are you in a tower? You're working your way up the tower maybe? Did I imagine that?
That'd be cool. Make that game. We gotta make that in dreams now.
There we go. The Amazing LSB. That title is fucking absurd. I think it's been made by a Japanese studio, so that could explain the title. 5XL, I'm gonna go take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, my phone is charging, so I can't bring you with me. All right. Go Browns, you know?
Cleveland.
Go
Cleveland. Go Cleveland.
Go Cleveland. Okay. Cleveland Browns. Okay. And that's it for Sword of Gargantua, I guess. This next one is especially for David Segerson and any of you anime perverts out there. Space Channel 5 Decepticon.
Terrible.
It looks
awful.
Dreamcast.
That was some Dreamcast.
Yeah. I remember the name from back in
That was alright. You know, it was bad on Dreamcast.
But on Dreamcast, was it a dancing game thing too? Is this what it all was?
It was like I think it was like a button matching game. You know what I mean? Like the prompts come up on the screen. Like game. Yes. Okay. Yes. So pretty sure. I don't really remember.
This is coming to PSVR. Like it was announced a while ago, but now we got the days. So it's coming to North America the 25th of this month, and it's coming to Europe and Oceania 26th. So 1 day later. It's $39.99 dues, which is it's a hefty enough price. $39. Well, $40 we'll say.
$40 for a dance game.
This shit looks weird to me.
5XL might be into that though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like David Segerson would be all over this. The Amazing LSB, Gargantua, noun, an amiable giant and king, noted for his enormous capacity for food and drink, in Rebellious, Gargantua, and Pantagruel. All right. Well, thank you for that. I'm glad I read that out loud. 5XL. What's that emoji? Hold on a second. Let me zoom in here.
It's a little poo emoji with like a surprise
face. It is a little poo. There we go. That's what's happening right now. He's setting the scene for us.
Screaming right while they fall into the toilet.
You don't know what it was like in there. You don't know what it was like in there. Got PTSD coming out. But yeah, this game, I don't really know what VR is going to add to a game like this.
Well, I mean, if it's a dance game, come on. I mean,
but are you actually dancing? Are you doing the moves, or is it like
I'm pretty sure you're dancing. No, okay, I'm pretty sure you're dancing. You're moving around. Like, okay. Yeah, of course.
Okay,
I'm sure.
That's why 5XL would like this.
Why would it? Yeah, of course.
Now I understand.
I said it's probably gonna be a sweaty one.
Okay, I wasn't listening to you. I was reading LSB's.
All you do
comment.
is not listen.
That's true. That is true. But it's hard to read comments and listen to
you. You can't read. Time. You don't listen.
You know, it's not easy. Space Channel 5. Who's excited for this?
The Dreamcast people, nostalgia people might be into this.
There is no Dreamcast people. That system flopped because there was no Dreamcast people. All right,
just relax. No, it flopped because people were pirating everything.
No, I can do my anime voice. Says Kiwi Creations.
You didn't have to buy nothing for that game. You could pirate the controllers if you wanted to.
They have Dance Central on Oculus Quest. It's fun, says 5XL. All right, so you got Dance Central, so why would you buy this? I'm guessing. Like, look at this.
Well, see, that's the other thing. There's probably like way better dance things on PC by now.
Okay, PSVR Underground says story mode, arcade mode,
dressing
endurance, room. Oh god, dressing room.
Segi's all about it now. Counter. Now you got Segi really interested.
Okay. Tekken 7 has like I won't say dressing room, but like character viewer, which I imagine is something similar. So if you want to perv on like anime style characters,
now you know what character we want to see next in our timeline wearing like a lewd outfit.
It was Velma first. Now it's the fucking whatever the protagonist
Channel
is.
5 girl.
But I can't imagine the story of Space Channel 5 VR will be too in depth.
Showing his face on the internet.
Kiwi started back on the fanfic. Kiwi, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Mech Venom, how you doing? Welcome back, Mech. Most likely copying the moves of Ulala. What's Ulala?
Ulala. I don't know. I guess it's another dance game. Another one.
I just want a new DDR with all the songs from every disc. But do you want to dance?
Shoes? Where's some VR shoes? Where are we going to get some kicks where I can kick in VR?
You want to charge shoes?
And shit.
You want to charge shoes? I don't want to live in a world where you have to charge your shoes.
Like Bluetooth bracelets or something.
I don't know.
You put around your ankles.
Too much. Pumpkins will burn the most calories in the dressing room. Now, come on. Now that's David Sagerson.
They'd be tiny power. You would need no power for those things. They're tiny.
I don't know. It's hassle. Like it's hassle enough setting the URL
I'm gonna start kicking doors, shit. Kicking characters.
Kicking the cats. Your cat will get kicked. All right, kicked across the room.
I'm already doing that. They're already.
Mech is good. I'm glad to hear it, Mech. Ulala is the girl's name, or Ulala. Is it Ulala?
The characters.
All right.
Aha.
Okay, so that's the waifu. That's going to be David Sagerson's waifu.
You have C in VR. Could you imagine kicking characters? I'm so good.
You would kill your cat, seriously, if it was USC.
Or TV or wall.
Everybody
I'm sure.
And their mama trying to find that Beat Saber viewer magic. Exactly. Good point. We'll talk a bit more about Beat Saber later on. You come out B, and if you can't actually kick in real life, you can't kick in game. Well, there you go. That's going to limit the amount of people you can play with online. You know, if it is an online game. They're going to be beating sabers, all right, says PSVR Underground. Disgusting. I would like, what kind of an individual gets off on these characters? Like, it'd be fair enough if they looked very realistic or something like that, but come on. Giant eyeballs?
How many
tiny little pointy noses? Tiny
How many
mouths?
are in this room right now?
Everyone's gone quiet because they're looking at this video. They're panting. They're breathing heavily now. They're sweating. They're sweating. God damn. Get rid of that chat so we can see it better. Full screen that video, pumpkins.
Dreamcast. So you didn't own a Dreamcast? You didn't have one?
No, nobody did. All right,
what?
That's what the problem with the Dreamcast was.
You are insane.
Look,
are you
I
kidding
recognize
me?
I had an
Code
excellent
Veronica
library.
was on the Dreamcast. That
was
so
on PS2.
good.
It was on PS2.
It was so good.
It's not even rated as one of the best Resident Evil games.
What else?
It's
There's
down
so
the list.
many good games on Dreamcast. So many good games.
Shenmue.
That was good. That was good. Shenmue 2, that was good too.
Yeah. Shenmue 2's on Xbox though as well.
What else was there? There was all kinds. I don't even remember. There's so many I don't remember.
They all look like gremlins, says God Cannon. Exactly. How are you going to get off on this? Or you got to question the character of a man who can get off on these things. You know? Decepticon, are you getting off on these things?
Question them immediately.
By police.
Whoever
police
purchased that game, put them on a list.
Kiwi Creation asking for my seeds. Disturbing stuff. Kiwi Creation. Disturbing. You can just buy them in your local store. You can't have my
Is that what you have for
seeds.
sale? Like the bottled
merch.
water?
My merch.
Powder,
right. Moist
bath water.
Moist water and seeds. That's what I got.
Come with the water.
Rukia says, oh sorry, I just started a Morrowind game. Damn, Rukia. Hardcore. Even I didn't start. I started with Oblivion.
Power Stone. There it is. Power Stone.
Yeah,
that was some good shit.
Ooh, House of the
Crazy
Dead.
Taxi, House of the Dead.
Wasn't enough though. Wasn't enough. They blew us.
What are you talking about?
They blew us. They ruined their
They
console.
blew it because everything could be pirated.
No. Sure, everything could be pirated on PS1 and PS2.
Easily,
and they were successful.
Like, yeah, but this was like really easy. I think you could like deliver.
Really
you could just copy the disc. Like it was bad. It was real bad.
All right. Okay. Someone will find a way to Rule 34 them. Roasted pumpkin seeds.
You can use those systems now for like all kinds of emulators, though. That's a good system to have for like a Wii as well.
That's good for. That's all it's good for now.
Yeah, that's it.
What about the controller? What was the Dreamcast controller like?
I like that controller, big UFO shaped thing. I enjoy that controller.
That screen thing
in
the middle.
The memory control, and they were memory cards, and that was awful. That was terrible, but it was neat. You could put like little mini games on it and shit. And each game had like different things that you could put on the little memory card.
Okay,
it's cool.
Yukma B, if you want to be real, play Daggerfall. I think that game is like the size of the UK.
What is your question, Kiwi? Kiwi, just put the question.
It's gonna be something obscene. It's gonna be obscene, whatever it is.
I'm not gonna repeat it.
Yukma B, oh yeah, same with PlayStation. Just burn the CD you rented from Blockbuster. Lol, exactly. But PlayStation was a success. PS2 had a DVD player, so that killed the Dreamcast. Don't blame the PS2. Sega made stupid decision after stupid decision. Well, PS2 helped because it was so good.
Oh man, yeah, I had them all.
Yeah, Sega shot themselves in the foot. Well, what was the one that was before the Dreamcast that really bombed? Like they released it overnight or some shit with like no announcement. It was like, boom, we got a new console, and everyone was like, what?
Saturn.
Is that what it was? Yeah, that's
Sega Saturn.
Themselves in that one.
My cousin had that. There was like maybe 2 good games on there. D's on there. D was a cool game.
D. Give him the D.
D.
The D. All right.
There was something else on there too. There was another game. Knights. Knights is a good game.
Never heard of either of those. I don't know. I think we're done talking about this pervert game that David Zickerson's already pre-ordered.
Next. Oh,
there's your question.
What is it?
Will you be my replacement Tsuki?
Oh, no. I don't know.
No.
Tsuki, I can't fight that, man. I don't know. Tsuki will kill me in my sleep.
Geisen says Sega Saturn. That's the one. I think over here it might have been the Mega Drive. Was it called the Sega Mega Drive? We had a different name.
To battle Dana.
Ooh, Dana, yeah.
We need a pay-per-view special.
Bonk's
like we'll fly
Adventure.
You down to where Tsuki lives. We'll have our own rough and rowdy.
5XL says D was on PS1 as well, and he had it.
Oh shit!
There you go. You just lost one of your best exclusives. Sega Saturn. You just lost it. Now you've only got one left.
Man, what else do they have? There's some sort of bug game.
Hey, speaking of good games, or at least potentially good games, did you see this new trailer for Paper Beast?
Yes, it did.
Sandbox
where you can like build the islands.
This game, all of a sudden, I'm interested in this game. Before, I was like, this looks kind of a bit artsy-fartsy, but after watching this trailer that's playing in the background now, I was like, wow, this is impressive. Like, just the graphics kind of look impressive, too. Like, you can see the trails they make in the sand after they walk across, and the water effects and stuff like that. You can, like, build oceans, and, well, not oceans.
And it's like the CPU creating the graphics. It's not, like, graphics-based.
Exactly. It's all, like, you got this, like, terraforming section. You can build your own area. Now it looks kind of small from this angle anyway because you're way up in the sky, but it's interesting what you're doing here. And you can like he's creating like a mountain here, and he puts a waterfall in, and the water actually flows down and creates like a body of water
little
below
pool,
it.
Little puddle.
Exactly.
Put your creature down there in a little pool.
The creatures are the interesting part. I'm not really sure how they function. They can do weird things. Tasuki Cass will scratch the shit out of you. The Amazing LSB says, of all the great long-lost Sega franchises that they could create a viewer experience out of, and they chose fucking Space Channel 5. Yeah, good point. That's sad.
Why did they do that?
Shenmue 3 should have a viewer mode.
Should.
That'd be tight. Tight. Look at this. You're just tossing these balls like Pokemon, and then boom, your little creatures or your plants, they pop out. And like, okay, the plants and trees look weird in this game. You seem to be able to grow
Plant them,
things. And
grow
like
them.
You interact.
I think it's mainly
with
like
the
a
branches.
physics game. Like it's very
crazy.
physics,
Yeah,
VR physics based.
But it's also like weird.
It looks neat. Yeah, it looks artsy.
Like here, he's pulling this tree and like water comes out of it, and this insect thing here is like shitting water or like terrain out of its ass, and it's like creating terrain as it's walking. But yeah, this game interesting. Now this is just one mode in the game. Apparently, the main game is going to be more of like a puzzle game where you're like manipulating these creatures to solve puzzles for you and things like that. But I think I could have fun with just this mode, just dicking around. I should probably read out some information about this
House
mode.
of the Dead in VR would
yeah.
be so good.
That's the big one.
So good. Give me
Time Crisis and House of the Dead. They should
Time
be
Crisis. What is that franchise doing? What's that company doing?
So,
They got Virtual Cop. I'll take Virtual Cop. All of them. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many there were. I'll take them all.
Which company had that sniper game? Silent
I don't
Scope.
know.
Silent Scope, I think it was called.
Ooh, that was good too.
Who
yeah.
had that?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
But anyway, lots of tools for messing with the environment in this game. You see him throwing twisters out, so he messes with like the wind and stuff, and there's a gravity kind of device. Certain creatures have unique properties, and it's coming Q1 2020. So it has to be sometime in March at the latest to fit into Q1 2020. So it's very soon.
How much? Any price?
No, I don't think so. I didn't see any details on price. But yeah, it seems to be a PSVR exclusive, which is nice because I know, like, at least I know what I'm seeing. Silent Scope was Nintendo.
That's what I was like, what? Wait a
That
second.
doesn't seem right.
I don't know about that. I think that was PlayStation, right?
They're remaking House of the Dead 1 and 2 with move support. So close, just add that VR. Really?
What? Wait a second. So they're making it with move support, but it's not.
What other game has move support that isn't VR except for maybe Dreams? That's crazy. Oh, Konami.
Everyone faxed them. Everyone faxed their company.
Silent Scope was Konami. That makes sense. Not Nintendo. You can be, you motherfucker. Telling lies in the chat, as per usual.
Yuck mouth.
I remember that sniper game in the arcade. I did too. The controller, the gun controller with the actual scope, the screen.
Yeah,
inside
that was awesome.
Was class. That was so good.
Yep.
The Amazing LSB, thank you for also confirming Konami. That's another game. All these arcade games will be great in VR.
Give me them all.
Nintendo had Super Scope controller. Silent Scope was a game. Yes, it was. But yeah. Paper Beast, what's your thoughts on Paper Beast? Decepticon?
Looks cool.
I
like this artsy physics game. If it's a cheaper price, probably.
Do you think we could make a mountain that's like a giant penis and then have water coming down the side of it? You know, what do you think?
Is it It's not multiplayer.
And then turn it off and
like,
never play it
that'd
again.
Be awesome.
Oh, it's not multiplayer, no.
Right. That's the other thing. How long are we actually going to play this game?
That's the thing.
What I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like I dick around in this mode for a while.
Is it a wait for sale immediately?
Yeah. It depends on the price. The price has to hit that sweet spot. 20 quid?
Yeah.
Reasonable?
And there's not much coming out. That's also why I'm interested, because there's not much out.
We're still waiting on that Walking Dead Saints and Sinners.
Oh, God damn it. Give me it.
Which, by the way, you told me Q2, but the official word I've heard is Q1. They're still aiming for Q1, which means March at the latest. Yeah. Now, unless you can show me where you saw Q2.
So. I don't know. I don't know.
What is that? What is that scream? That wail. That banshee wail into the mic. Nintendo. Okay, I read that already. Cock Mountain. Exactly. We made one in No Man's Sky, but this one we could have it like a water feature, if you know what I mean. But we could do that in Dreams as well. And that will have multiplayer now. Dreams.
Illness.
Paper Beast devs made Another World and Heart of Darkness. I heard about Another World. I've never played either of them though, but
Darkness.
they're very well regarded from what I hear. So I'm expecting good things with this game. You know, if you're into those kind of
Another
games.
World. Another World. Was that Super Nintendo game? Was that
Yeah,
Another
it's like
World?
an old,
That's
it's
out
like
of
a
this
retro
world.
game.
That's out of
right?
this. I'm thinking Out of This
No,
World.
it could
I think
be.
that's what it's called.
Like it's like a real retro looking one.
Yeah. Is that it? Where you start out and there's like a little monster
Paxton.
chasing you?
Long time no see, Mr. Paxton. Welcome back. How are you doing? But yeah, I never played that game, but I do know Another World is like a retro looking one. Anyway, then enough about Paper Beast. By your silence,
What's
I'll
next?
assume next we're
What's
talking
next?
about Rush
I was
Decepticon.
just making sure the microphone is plugged in.
Did you ever get
Rush.
Rush? Did you ever get it?
No, I did not.
Me neither, but I'm thinking about it now because
They got
they've
like a
added
free flying mode.
free DLC
That's pretty
at
interesting.
no cost, which is like this game came out like what 2 years ago, and boom, free DLC out of nowhere, which is pretty cool of the devs. Mr. PSVR Underground says yes, same game as Out of This World. EU and your
see, that was a
North
good
America had
game.
different names. Okay, there we go.
Real good game.
Man, why was it back
Because
in
that's
those
also
days?
there was another game too. That was on the Sega, I think, and then it made its way to Super Nintendo. I can't think of the name of it, but I never played that one. It's very much like Out of This World. It's like in the jungle area, like space jungle.
Why was it back in those days of like Nintendo and Sega and stuff? There was such a like it was way more common to have the same thing be called different things in different regions. Like
I don't know. I don't know why they did
that. Don't do that anymore. But like Sega Mega Drive and Genesis and all this stuff.
Famicom.
There you go. Crazy shit. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Mr. Paxton. This update kicks ass. You guys have to get
Mr.
Rush VR. Well, it has multiplayer, so that's another like plus.
Does it?
Let me read out the PlayStation Store description of this free
Looks like
DLC.
I'd throw up in this game though.
You probably would.
looks like a very much throw up game.
Welcome to Molten Tropics. This island paradise is home to a devastating active volcano which spews lava across the jungle floor. It's the ultimate tropical thrill ride if you can handle the heat, with dozens of new races to master. New free flight game mode. No times, no rings, no restrictions. Collect spinning tokens if you're feeling adventurous, or just explore the mountainside at your own pace. Well, gravity's pace. Rush VR base game required to play. There you go. How much is that base game right now? Surely it's dirt cheap.
I don't know.
Has
I
to
was
be
just
dirt
ready
cheap.
to ask that as well. And yes, Flashback. Flashback is the game I was thinking
Heart
of.
of the Alien. What's Heart of the
That's how
Alien?
I don't know what that is.
What were you describing?
Now I got to look up
People are
Flashback.
guessing. But what's Flashback?
Flashback. It's a game like Out of This World. It's a side scroller that's got like that blocky kind of weird graphics,
Okay.
but with like that animation too, that fluid animation to it.
5XL says like Resident Evil
game.
and Biohazard. Oh yeah. But at least that's in Japan, so that's different. You know, I can understand.
Did you see the news on that Resident Evil where they showed the villains? Two new characters.
Excuse me. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. right now.
I forgot to show you that.
This is for like Resident Evil 3 though, like is it?
I think so, and there was something else. I don't remember what it was. I can't open anything.
Like this is
at
not
the moment.
VR related.
Let's see. No, it's not VR
No,
related.
That's fine then.
That's why I didn't.
That's okay then. You know, you got me fucking worried there for a second. All of a sudden,
Resistance.
oh, that's the multiplayer.
Yeah, Masterminds revealed. It shows like the
Okay,
evil
yeah.
characters.
So you can be one of those evil characters in that multiplayer
Interesting.
mode. It's wise that they
Interesting.
added that as I think they were originally going to release that separately, but then feedback was pretty shit. So they're like, you know what, we'll just bundle this with
I don't
Resident Evil
know.
3. But yeah, I know like the Nemesis or no, Mr. X is like one of the masterminds. I'm guessing
What? He
Nemesis.
plays the alien? What? I never even knew that was a thing. Heart of the Alien.
Sequel
Out of this. What the hell?
He plays the alien. No
Man,
idea
I'm
what
about to check
either
that
of these
out.
games are.
But now I'm done with Flat. Why can't it be?
Didn't they remake Flashback and it sucked? Question mark. Did it?
Probably. I never got into Flashback. That was the one I never played with.
I thought you were talking about
Out of this world was the one I
It's
got
very
into.
confusing. I cannot follow these retro gaming discussions. I wasn't born at the time. You see, you know. But yeah,
You
Rush.
child.
If you have Rush, you gotta check this out. It's on the PlayStation Store. Go download it. It's free. It's $0 if you have this game already. So check it out. 5XL. I read that comment already. Never mind. Rush. Speaking of free DLC, Giuseppe.
Oh shit. Oh
Your
shit.
favorite game, catch
Fishing.
and release.
Fishing.
Remember
Fishing
Rambo?
Planet.
Remember Rambo? He'd love this.
Fishing Planet.
Fishing Planet is a fishing globe. Globe fishing.
Yeah, what was
you know?
that? Yeah. That's,
Whatever it
he
was.
was like way into that stupid fishing game.
Oh man. But anyway, I don't know why he's so into fishing, but this game is surprisingly good from what I hear. I've yet to get this one too, to my shame.
It is
This
a good
one I
game.
rush.
That is a real good game. Catch and Release is a must-have, I think, in your VR library.
Okay.
You need it.
I need it.
You got to
I'll
get that
it.
one.
All right.
It's good.
Free
good one.
DLC is out for this
Rowing
game.
the boat around the lake is neat. Just chilling in the lake.
Yeah,
Just
a little relaxing-
the weather
just a relaxing
happening.
game.
Animals happen. It is. It
All right.
is. It's a good game. It's
Fuzzy
good.
Bear says, glad to see Decepticon back from the dead. He was resurrected.
I'm alive.
We use
I'm here.
necromancy to bring him back.
Barely. I'm barely here. I'm here though.
Are you here?
Zombie.
But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, free DLC. So this DLC adds a cave to like the western section of the map, I believe. And there's like new fish, new accessories, new hats that control the weather, I think. So depending on what hat you put on, it's like clear weather.
Yeah, it's
or
interesting.
some shit like that.
Like a rain hat.
So yeah, you can just like mess around with
And a
stuff.
cave.
But apparently the cave is pretty big. Like it's a new environment to explore. It's got like glowworms. Maybe
Fish.
do you use worms as bait in this game? Maybe you use
Dude,
glowworms.
there's all kinds of different baits. You have like a little
There
book
you
where you
go.
can buy different things.
So yeah, if you're interested in
It's
catching
tough
and release,
too. It's not an easy game.
no.
No.
What's hard about it? Is it just like finding
Trying
the
to
fish?
catch the fish.
Is it just finding
No.
the fish? If that's the hard
Fish,
part,
finding the fish is kind of easy, but like if you're catching a big fish, reeling them in
Yeah.
like takes a little bit.
okay,
Yeah.
a bit of exertion. But yeah, you have this game. You'd recommend us?
Highly recommend.
Well, have you tried?
Highly
have
recommend.
you downloaded this DLC? Have you tried it out yet?
I did. No, I did not
Didn't
try it.
out yet? All right. Maybe you should
But I
stream us.
downloaded it.
You should stream us. You know?
Stream it. Stream it. It's
Do
not
it.
Halloween.
I know it's not Halloween. I know,
October.
but it's nearly
What the
Valentine's.
hell is this?
And you could be
Streaming?
alone on the boat for
Oh,
Valentine's Day. You know, it'd be like a reflection
I like
of
to
how
play
you're
by
alone.
myself. I
How
like
you're
to
alone
play
in
by
real
myself.
life
You
on
know,
Valentine's Day.
alone,
You know,
sad, depressed
exactly.
in
I'm
my
just saying,
boat,
Friday, Valentine's
catching
Day.
the fish,
this
stare
would be
at
perfect.
it, stretching the
you
fish
know?
out.
What
stretching
do
out
you
so the
mean
graphics,
stretching the fish
so
out?
the graphics
What are you
mess up?
stretching
You
that
stretch
fish
the
out?
fish out.
How are you stretching
the
that
graphics-
fish out? That's
The
disgusting.
graphics get all crazy
Why are
when
you
you stretch them
stretching
out.
that fish out? Why are you trying to fit in inside that poor fish?
Slap them on the
You
side
know?
of the boat too. You can
Oh
be
my
like, pop,
god.
pop.
Disgusting. Disgusting. I'm gonna leave because I'm not useful, says Kiwi. Kiwi, I don't understand.
You're plenty useful.
Plenty useful. You're useful.
You're all
as anyone
useful.
else
You're all
here,
my
you know?
useful little babies. You're all my useful
There you
little
go. You hear that,
babies.
Kiwi? You're being adopted. Yeah.
What is all that ruckus back there? What are you
Sorry, I
doing?
keep slamming my phone down. I
What is
keep forgetting
that?
you can hear these things. You know.
What is
That sounds so sexual, says Yukma. Exactly. He's stretching out the fish. Valentine's Day. He's by himself on that boat, feeling lonely. He stretches out the fish. I mean,
man.
you know, why are you doing that?
See, look at this.
Uh,
Underground say, just ask them. You know, you're famous. You just ask nicely.
yeah, I guess I can ask them.
You're a famous person.
'Cause a lot of these
You know?
developers I've
Be
just
like,
never
I'll
asked.
stream for you. I'll have a good time streaming. Everyone
know.
will love it.
I know God Cannon. I know Brian. I've been raped.
I know.
I've been
I
raped
know
by God
those
Cannon. So you know.
Cats. Those game cats.
those cats.
What are
They've
they?
pissed on
The
me.
kitty games. The kitty gamers.
The kitty gamers. Okay.
Cat
I'll drop their
games.
names. I'm an associate of Without Parole is what I'd say. Hopefully they don't do any background checks. Turn
That's
this
the first
off.
thing they did with you.
Decepticon.
They saw that PSN profile that you used to
That's
have.
changed. It's gone. It's gone now, okay? I'm a different man.
You can
All right.
still read that on PSN
Fish
profiles,
emoji.
though.
Can you?
Yeah.
All right, well, I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. Once it's online, it's there for life. You know what they say. Permanent. Decepticon, let's have some positive news about Viewer, shall we?
All right.
You
Okay.
sent me a link to a
Thanks to me.
roadtovr.com article. And that's just a little image I'm going to put there. It's covering your face, which I wasn't expecting. Hold on a sec. Let me...
Where's the bar charts? And they have bar
It's
charts
not
there
quite
too?
a bar
No?
chart. Not quite a bar chart. But, well, we got it in here. We don't want to cover the names either. Okay, that's good enough. that's a happy middle ground. Anyway, you're talking about
There's
how
that
2019. Oh, there he is.
There he
How's
is.
it going, Mr. Jackpot? Welcome.
Moist as ever.
2019 was a major inflection point for VR. And when Decepticon linked this to me, I was like, there's no way he understands what the word inflection means. Maybe he's sending this to me so I can translate.
I was like, please help me. Please, what does it say? Help.
Please,
I'm just pointing at the word.
I don't know how to type it into Google to
Help.
searches. I don't know what it means.
Talk about this. I don't know what this says.
I was curious about that profile description. It says PSVR Underground. You know what? First Contact Entertainment were curious about it too. They're like, hey, about that description, that's not real, is it? And I was like, hey, don't worry about it. You know, don't ask these questions. You know?
Frank was like, change it immediately.
Frank was sweating.
Now.
Frank was sweating. He's like, oh boy.
Now.
What kind of a man have I been associating with?
Mr. Pumpkin, sir, could you please change your password or your profile thing?
It wasn't like that at all. He was just worried that he was dealing with a registered sex offender. All right. And he should have been.
My friends thought it was real. My friends were like, what? Who do you play with? Are you kidding me?
They're not your friends anymore, are they?
No, that's why I'm lonely and sad now.
That's why Frank got the jobs. That's why it makes a lot of time. Shot myself in the foot. That's what it is. That makes a lot of sense.
They clicked on his profile. They were going to email you.
It was worth
They were going to send you a message, and they saw the thing. Now,
Mr. Cumpkins. But yeah, it was worth it. Definitely, 100%.
Then they pulled my Easter egg. They're like,
But do you have any idea how many kids didn't add me as a friend and started messaging me because I had that up? It was a great deterrent for like getting rid of 10-year-olds and shit.
It's
gone now.
It's a double whammy.
A double-edged sword.
You know?
Anyway, the Road to VR article. Let me just read out some extracts from this Road to VR article. VR adoption is accelerating thanks to the Oculus Quest. We've seen over 100 VR titles break $1 million in revenue, growing the total VR software market by 3 times in 2019 alone.
How many?
3 times.
How many?
3.
Gucci, how many?
No, incorrect. Don't do that. Now's not the time for that. I haven't seen him in ages. You know? Anyway.
They all disappear.
They all leave in the end. You know? Top grossing VR titles have cleared 10 million in revenue and can reach up to 60 million in sales given the current distribution of headsets in the market so far. Though still small, VR is a growing and sustainable platform for developers. This is written by author Tipatat Chenevism. All right? I'm never going to say that name again. Chenevism.
Proof of your.
All right. You can't read that. You read this. You have it. Go on. Tell me what it is. How do you pronounce that name? Tipatat. Oh, it is Tipatat. Tipatat. All right. Okay.
See?
Oh, you got us. What about the surname though? How about that surname?
Chenavasin.
Fuck yeah. But you had time. You had time to prepare. You were watching me.
Chenavasin.
Tipatat. Let's just stick to Mr. Tipatat. Didn't you have a 13-year-old asking to play with him just yesterday? That's because I've changed the description. 5XL. This is what happens. It sounds like a religion. Tipatat. Chenevism. Oh, never mind. Tipatat. Let's stick with that. Anyway, Oculus proved that VR was more than a product when they officially released numbers about their ecosystem last September. Shut up, at Oculus Connect 6. During the convention, they announced that VR software sales on their platform had exceeded 100 million. 20 million of that just from the Oculus Quest ecosystem, which launched only 4 months prior. But that's not the only signal we have that VR is growing and a sustainable platform.
Yeah, I saw them bar charts. I saw them other charts.
Bar charts? All right. This
chart, to the moon.
This chart
2020's to the moon.
But here is interesting. We'll get to that in a sec, though. Okay, one last thing. So from our estimates, there is relatively small software sales for the first couple of years and then a major inflection point in 2019. That spike represents an almost 10-time jump in software sales from the previous year. 10 times in 1 year.
I think it'll just be the next year. It'll just be like double that. Next year will be double that.
We believe this is thanks to the introduction of new hardware, namely the Oculus Quest and Oculus Rift.
Give me them boots. Give me them boots.
As well as the launch of several exclusive hit games like Asgard's Wrath. But did Asgard's Wrath really sell that well? I feel like not many people talk
I heard
about
it's
it.
really good though. I
It's
heard
really
that's
good,
like,
yeah, but
that's
did
the
it sell
shit.
well? And the continued success
Probably
of
not.
Beat Saber. Beat Saber has definitely sold well.
Boneworks in the other game kind of drowned that game out.
Yeah, that's true. 4 months after launch, Quest accounted for 20% of Oculus software sales. 7 months after launch, Quest is now nearly 40%. So I've got here a list of like the top, I don't know how many that is, 20? Somebody count that for me. They've estimated this now, but this is like the top selling VR games across every platform.
21?
21? Alright, so top is Beat, like it might surprise you, the names that are there. Beat Saber's number 1, that's not going to surprise anyone, but Arizona Sunshine is like number 2. So he said that the top 7 on this list have all cleared 10 million in sales. So Arizona Sunshine made them 10 million. Not bad. Job Simulator's up there. The Elder Scrolls 5, that's kind of expected.
Pop in the building.
Super hot. Moss is up pretty high. Five Nights at Freddy, Until Dawn Rush of Blood, and then interestingly at number, what is that, 8 is Firewall. So where did they get these sales figures? Because as far as I know, Firewall sales figures have not released. I think earlier on in the article they said that they reached out to some developers or whatever and they thanked them.
Hold on,
for
what's this here?
disclosing what's what.
Elite Dangerous PSVR.
What?
Elite Dangerous.
Where'd you see that?
What is that? What is that in that list? Under Borderlands 2.
Okay,
What is that?
okay.
PSVR. There's
know.
no
It's a mistake.
PSVR
It's a mistake. All right, it's just a mistake.
I think it got talked about. It looks cool. That'd be awesome. Give me that.
PSVR Underground says, didn't Oculus Rift S flop? Question mark. Also, PSVR is dirt cheap. Is that what he says? The comment vanished just when I was reading this.
There's a Humble bundle at the moment that has a lot of these games, or a few of these games in it for like $12
All right, Johnny Right Pop, how you doing?
for the PC.
But yeah, what was I saying? I don't know about the Oculus Rift S because I don't really follow the PC viewer stuff, and I find it confusing to follow the PC viewer stuff because there's so many different fucking headsets.
I feel they're full of shit.
It's kind of hard to
God,
follow.
yeah, he says.
PSVR Underground, you were breathtaking as normal. I feel they're full of shit. Who's full of shit? This article, Road to VR, it was written by a guest author, Tippitas. So you're saying Tippitas is full of shit? Come on now. Don't talk shit about Tippitas.
Chenavassen? Are you kidding me?
Mr. Chenavassen?
Mr. Chenavassen?
Tippitas?
No way.
Chenavassen? Come on.
No way.
Get it together. All right, this man doesn't lie. But Firewall in the top 10. Out of all headsets. Impressive stuff. Big Papa Pump. Johnny, how you doing? But yeah, what else we got up there? Robot Recall, but that was bundled with the Oculus headset. Boneworks is up there. Lone Echo, Borderlands 2, Elite Dangerous, Fallout 4. Even though Fallout 4 is by all accounts bad on every headset, just because of the name it's sold. I can barely read these because it's so far away.
I can't zoom in anymore. Now it's broke. I can't zoom in.
The Climb, I think, is one. Is that Blood and Truth down there? I think Blood and Truth is in top 20.
We got Blood and Truth. We got
Asgard's
Asgard's Wrath and Astrobot.
Okay. It's interesting that Astrobot is so far down when Moss is so far up. And they're both pretty similar titles. I guess Moss was out sooner.
Yes,
so
they just guessed some shit. See, just like AJ said. They just guessed.
I don't know.
Tippitats just guessed. Tippitats gotta be over there guessing numbers. He's like, Moss sounds pretty good. Let's put that up here. What's that other game? Firewall. We'll put that down here.
It's tit for tat with Mr. Tippitat. You don't know what you're gonna guess. Road to Viewer just guessed some shit. Lol. Well, I think at the beginning of that article, I should have copied and pasted it, but they didn't say we reached out to. We thanked the developers who disclosed their information, their sales information with us. They didn't say which ones did. But just the fact that some of these are in like Firewall, in 8, you'd imagine they'd have to get inside information to put it up that high. That last name sounds like a brand name vaginal cleaning product. Mr. Flaccid is beyond reproach, says Fozzie Bear. Who's Mr. Flaccid?
Mr. Flaccid.
I don't know him. Mr. Forsman.
Yeah, you're sure you don't know him?
They hired a fall guy to write the articles, so they couldn't be blamed. Well, if it's all bullshit, then this is all the whole article's bullshit, and then this
Right, it's all false. This is a false.
It's a positive piece on VR, and that means it's not really positive at all. And it's lies, and we should be very concerned about the state of VR. It's not as good as what this guy is saying.
Fake news. It's destroying everything. That's it.
Go.
It's actually not selling at all.
But I should point out that this could
the
be
ship is sinking.
Bullshit,
everyone get off.
I guess. And let me get rid of that off the screen, because it could be filthy lies, and I don't want to be accused of spreading misinformation. Unlike Decepticon, who could well be accused of spreading the coronavirus. There we go. Boom.
It did show up to New Jersey, you know?
Yeah, well, there you go. Patient zero. You're patient zero. You were in
Someone
China.
Someone showed up to Bayonne with
You're
it, I
over there
think.
in China.
Oh, God, we're all dude.
You're eating them bats. You're out there eating them bats in China. Them fruit bats.
It was
you can't get enough.
It's from a snake.
It's from what?
A snake.
No,
it was from a snake.
It's from bats.
Yeah, it's from a snake.
Which means from
Check
a
it out.
snake.
Look it out.
All right, tell
Look
me.
it out.
Like a snake bite?
I don't know.
Or like
I don't know.
A pet snake.
Or it came from, they also think it might have come from a department store, which is also being like quarantined, like 30
a snake
people from
inside a department store. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, either or. It's from a snake or a department store. They don't know.
Is this like an AIDS-like situation where it was caused by a human having sex with a monkey?
Who knows?
Did the human have sex with
Probably
a snake?
Somebody growing some Made in My Basement productions, and now we got that.
Oh boy.
That's it. I'm the cure.
Decepticon has the cure.
I am
blood, because he's patient zero. I called Suki this yesterday, but I'm going to call you this. You're the monkey from Outbreak. You know, that's what you are. I'm Dustin Hoffman in my hazmat suit. I'm trying to catch you. You know, I'm like, come back here, monkey. You've got the cure in your blood. You know.
Contagion apparently is a whole lot like the situation going on. I've never seen that movie.
I've seen it, but I can't remember a thing about it. I didn't enjoy it.
What were you doing during the movie to not know?
I was bored.
You're
just
just
like,
movie. You know what, but
it's not exciting.
In my head I go.
It turns out that when the virus doesn't turn up people into zombies, it's born. All right.
You got like you instantly turn on like theme music and like, hey, you go to your happy space.
Look into us, Eddie Bravo. What?
Eddie Bravo. Look into it, Eddie Bravo.
Are you asking me to look into Eddie Bravo?
I don't know.
Or look
Is he saying look
I don't
into
know what
Eddie
he wants
Bravo?
me to. Who's Eddie Bravo?
It's the only thing he said. I don't know.
Smeggy certainly sounds like the monkey. Why are we talking about the coronavirus? Some of you may be wondering. Well, it's in the title, isn't it? Coronavirus, because it's like the hotspot is in China, and what, 90%?
Everything is being delayed.
90% of all console hardware is manufactured in China. And
Everything is.
And with production currently ramping up for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, that means the disruption caused by the outbreak could delay the console's launch this autumn. That's from metro.co.uk. But yeah, what do you think the chances of that happening? I think it's like a high chance, like a high probability that this could happen.
Yeah.
I think it's already affecting...
a lot of shit's getting delayed and shut down because of it, man.
It's already affecting Nintendo. I think Nintendo announced something like Switch production has been affected.
Yep.
By this shit.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Quest production.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Slowed.
There you go. Not a good time, especially when it's like with the inflection points that are going on right now.
Out.
These inflection points, Decepticon, you know.
Yeah. There might be a longer delay.
But yeah, this is like it was all fun and games, but when it comes to my PlayStation possibly making me wait longer before I can have it.
That number's getting scary, man. That number's getting scary.
It's like 1,600 now, isn't it?
Confirmed and it keeps doubling like every day.
But like I've been hearing, it's like mainly old people, and
it's everybody. It's everybody.
Like our children.
And I just heard something today where it will live on a surface for 3 days.
Nice. It's exciting.
Yeah.
PSVR Underground says
it's exciting.
It could have an effect. Sony could also move production elsewhere. What's the costs on that though? Like how you talking about moving it out of the China altogether, out of the country, and finding a different manufacturer? That's got to be a lengthy process. You know, I imagine. Just guessing, of course.
Beef up one. When one shuts down, beef up the other.
But surely, if it delays Sony, then it's going to delay Microsoft as well.
Parts. Could delay
You know.
parts.
And if as long as it's delaying both of them, they probably neither of them are going to be worried too much. But they will be worried if one of them is still manufacturing while the other one isn't able to. That's when it'll have an interesting effect if something happens at all. But yeah, what was I saying? I was going to say something profound, something amazing. Oh yeah, the flu kills more people every year is what I'm hearing, so why?
Yeah, but this is like outbreak. It's not just the flu. It's because so many people are getting sick at the same time and filling up the hospitals, and the hospitals can't take care of like everybody.
But they're building. They can build 2 hospitals in a week. Over there,
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen here. That can happen there, but that ain't gonna happen here.
But well, what's it like in America now? Like, how many cases do you have over there?
Terrible. Not well. It's like minimal. It's like very minimal here still, but it's also not as densely populated. You know what I mean? So, but if it does, like, if people start getting sick like crazy in cities like New York or LA, like that shit's gonna get crazy.
If it hit a big city like that, then yeah, that would be crazy. But right now, it seems like it's progressing slowly enough, and I know the numbers are still going up.
It's like doubles every day. It's kind of scary.
That feels like an exaggeration.
Is
it doubling every day?
I've been looking at the numbers. I've been watching the numbers.
Listen, girl,
man.
you must be Irish because my dick is doubling right now. All right.
Shut him down.
How do you like that?
Shut it
How do you
down.
like that?
Report.
Coronavirus. These nuts. You see us? Can you see us? Is it playing live?
It seems to be playing live to me, but I'm also.
We're back.
Yeah, it like jumped there. I saw the jump.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn, there's a big delay.
Yeah, it's a long delay.
Yeah, I guess we're done talking about. Is there anything else to say about this coronavirus? Like, is this gonna fuck with my gaming
Scary
in
stuff.
2020?
I think it's gonna fuck with a lot of stuff in like a couple of months.
Ooh, a bit. Got a bit of lag, I guess. But you're good. Okay, thank you, 5XL. I guess we'll stop talking about the coronavirus, and instead we'll go to the fax machine. We'll answer some questions. How about that? It hiccuped. All good now. Thank you, God Cannon. I'm gonna mute you for a second, Decepticon. So 3, 2, 1, shut up.
It's that time again for questions and topics submitted by our viewers. So let's go to our fax machine and see what we have. Fax me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
And we're back.
You did it.
By popular demand.
You did it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate
Congrats.
that. Kind words.
Thank you.
You're
welcome.
This is becoming my favorite part of the show, Decepticon.
Fax machine?
Yeah.
This is your favorite part,
I'm enjoying it because a lot of people just
right.
start spamming questions at this point. And it's like, you
I
know
just
what?
don't-
There's a
you
good
know-
discussion. What are you
I
saying?
don't like when they have combos in that fax machine room.
No, I don't like that either.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Gotta limit it to like one reply at a time or something like that. It's gotta be a way. Anyway, let's start in the YouTube questions. Let's see what we got. Number 1 is from Mr. Fozzie Bear. Fozzie Bear just don't care. He says,
Waka waka waka.
Waka waka. He does say that. But he asks here, do you use lens protection on your headsets? And if so, do you recommend a brand or type? I've tried several, and don't like the ones I've tried. Decepticon, do you use lens protection?
You? Lens protection? I thought you meant like like where you so your glasses don't mess up the lenses. But
What'd
there's
you
like
say?
lens protection for what? What are you doing? What are you protecting? What are you protecting?
Like the lens
Your
of
fingerprints?
his headset.
Your grubby mitts?
What?
Your grubby mitts?
Why you? I'm so confused by
Blood
your
pudding
reaction. Your
fingertips
reaction
all over the
baffles
lenses.
me right now.
Because you could just get a lens pen. You don't need.
But I imagine,
Dude,
like, I'm picturing he's
protectors.
talking about glasses where like the glass scrapes against the glass and like dents. it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
imagining. But do you have a lens protector? Like I don't wear glasses, so I don't use.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you. You have protectors in yours though? That's what I was asking.
No, I don't.
Oh, all right.
Did
You had me
think-
confused there.
Well, I didn't say I did, so I don't know where you got that from.
I
All right,
thought you
you're just
did.
hearing things. You hear what you want to hear. That's what
I
the problem
thought
is.
you said you did.
Fozzie Bear, I'm sorry, we're useless at this question. We don't use
But
lens
no.
protection.
I
And you
don't,
know what? I
unless
don't-
you have glasses. You know what I mean? And I don't. Neither of us have glasses.
Listen.
But if I had glasses, yes, I would be using them.
Listen, I don't use protection ever. If you know what I'm saying.
Lens brush though. Use that lens brush.
You know what
that's
I'm saying, Fozzie?
that's the real tool.
Well, the foreskin is the only protection I
Of course
need.
you don't. Look how
You
many
know?
babies you keep popping
Just tying
out.
out, just tying
You
knot in
get
that
them
foreskin.
trophies.
Just
you get
tying
kid
knots.
You get family trophies, all
You just-
kinds. What kind you want? You want twin trophies? Here you
Listen.
go. Sex trophies. Here you
Listen.
go.
You get that foreskin nice and loose, you tie a knot in it, and there you go. Built-in protection. Americans can't do this because they've been mutilated at birth with circumcisions. But over here, we got
Mutilated.
built-in condoms over here. All right, natural
Doctor
condoms.
comes over, cuts it off, fries it up,
There you go. That's how you got the twins. That is how he got the twins.
puts in a little stir fry. and
Chopped
puts
has
it in a little
arrived.
box for you.
How you
keep
doing,
it forever.
Chopped? We're just talking about foreskin over here, Chopped. Great time for you to join. PSVR Underground says alcohol-free baby wipes.
Baby wipes. That's interesting.
Baby
Mhm.
wipes are good.
Okay. To wipe it down, yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's.
Aren't baby wipes moist though? Like wet.
I used one of those antibacterial wipes not that long ago,
Yeah.
and man, it destroyed my face. Was all swollen
Your
up.
face is all
broken
bacteria.
out,
It's all bacteria.
bacterified.
You are one of those bacteria. Oh shit, Chop. Thank you very much,
shit.
Chop. Thank you very much. $5 dues. I'm gonna let
Smash
her read
it.
it out.
Smash it.
Let her read it out.
Smash it. An unprotected smash, as this
Smash that comes out.
Smash the
degenerate
thumbs.
would say.
Thank you very much, Chopped. Once again, appreciate that generosity.
Keep them twins fed, because you know he ain't taking care of it.
No, I'm not. Next question is from Deej. Our old pal Deej, 1984. Hold on a sec. Chop says dirty, hoodie skin, gross. You know, we clean it. You know, you can clean your... keep it, go in the shower, you clean that thing. Alright, it's clean as a whistle. All right?
Hoodie skin.
I've got all that sensitivity on the tip of my wiener that you don't got because you were mutilated at birth. That's what happened. You're victims of mutilation, and you've been brainwashed into thinking it was a good thing. Anyway, Deej's question. All right, you know my stance on circumcisions. Decepticon. Well, if you didn't know them before, you know them now. All right. Deej.
Strong, fierce. You gotta.
This is the only thing I'm passionate about. The only thing. Who wants to join my foreskin podcast? I'm opening up a new channel.
You talk about it for hours.
Terrifying turnips. It's gonna be all about foreskin and the evils of circumcision.
Oh man,
Not
the
clearing it.
conspiracies and evils that lurk around this world. Doctors be selling them on the black market,
Selling them to
Eating them-
Colombian warlords.
eating them for superpowers.
Eat them for powers, exactly. Oh, Chop says shrooms is better than a good any day. What?
Shrooms is better than a good any day.
Can you make sense of that? I think
He must be on shrooms
He's
at
on
the
shrooms right now. That makes sense. Anyway, Deej's question. He says, any advice for new Firewall players for leveling up or general tips? I was thinking about making a video actually dedicated to this actual topic, seeing as we've got so many new Firewall players this month.
What do you think about that? Speaking of, though, what do you think about that? How do you feel about that? That game going plus. How do you feel
I
about
feel
that?
good about that game, yeah.
Yeah,
Because if you look at the top 10 sales of like January, December, whatever, there's like specific viewer ones. Firewall's never in that list, so like Firewall isn't selling crazy amounts anymore. Like whoever wanted Firewall, I guess, has already got it. If you know what I mean.
Well, it was dirt cheap.
Exactly, and there's a lot of people out there who are turned off by Firewall because it's a shooter, it's online only. So they're like, oh, I want a single player campaign, or maybe they're like the games like Bravo Team. Bravo Team really fucked.
That's Jimbo's big
That shit-
gripe. He doesn't really like the games that are like online, mostly online.
Yeah. So with PS Plus, gives them a chance to try it out. I've seen a post on r/PSVR. It was like a guy who's like, oh, I doused this game because it was online only, but I gave it a chance and now it's like my favorite PSVR game and I love it and everyone's so friendly and all that kind of stuff, and it's got like 400 upvotes and all this kind of shit. So yeah. Oh,
Take a look out here reading that.
saying it. I've got to read now. Foreskin is coming back into the conversation again. Here.
You're thinking about it.
I'm just getting angry. I'm like, oh god, here we go.
People
Here we
cut
go.
that shit off.
Got
What are you
some- got some
doing?
circumcision
Sensitizing
supporters
yourself.
over here. Shroom,
Doctors mutilating babies.
shroom cap is better than a hood any day. Disagree. Strongly disagree. Make Venom's communication is
So
number
that's what
one
he was
tip.
talking about.
There you go.
All
That's
right.
an excellent tip from Mech Venom. Communication is vital if you want to be like an excellent team. You
That
need to communicate with Firewall.
Marjanovic.
Matt. Welcome back, Matt.
Marjanovic.
He always seems to arrive towards the end. How you doing, Matt? Better late than never, as I always say. But yeah, back to Mac Venom's post. That's probably the most important tip. Communication. Even if English isn't your first, like if you can just like do the bare minimum of like left, right, just and try not to be shy. I know it's not easy to talk to strangers.
There was a guy we actually played with the other night with when I was with -777 and Tasaki. Mm-hmm. He wasn't talking it for like a couple matches, and then out of nowhere he was like, "I don't really speak English. I know just left, right, front, shoot," and that was about it. And we were like, "Cool,
that's all you need."
Perfect.
Yep. It's better off he doesn't understand what Tasuki is saying anyway. But yeah, just the basics. Like, I know it's tempting to just mute the microphone and try and play it that way, but even if like this, a game like this can kind of help you get out of your shell if you're in a shell, if you know what I mean. You don't have to have a discussion. Yep. You don't have to talk about
Nobody
weed.
sees
Everyone
you.
wants to talk about weed.
They just hear you. Unless you show up on a show like this, then they see you.
But like, especially when you're on the support cameras and stuff
Show
like that.
Show your face like Mac Venom, then they see you.
Try and give shout-outs and stuff like that. What's another tip? Another tip, a solid weapon. You got to aim for that Taylor CQB. That's got to be your number one weapon to unlock immediately.
Take your time learning the equipment. Because it's like when you first jump into that game, it's like real deep. Like that's what it turns off a lot of people as well.
Well, it's a lot more deeper now than it was when we started too. Like they've added a lot of shit.
Exactly. So that turns off a lot of people as well. But you just take your time. Take
it easy. But look,
take your time. You'll win all these things. You'll eventually get all these things.
I think as well, level isn't as important as some people think.
Yes, like correct.
I think once you've got your basic stuff, the necessities, your revive pistol, your jammer, even the jammer's not even a necessity these days.
And the revive pistol is just one shot anymore anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's
so it's not
really
as effective as it was. But look, all you need is a contractor with maybe like an Okoro or Texas or something like that. That's a good contractor to start off with. And like I'm still using Okoro all the time. My loadouts, if you wanted to unlock my loadouts, you could do that pretty quick. A few hours of gameplay and you have everything I have. And then you just need to kind of learn the maps, I guess.
Christopher Hart just got let out of work.
Oh, shit. Matt said, I just came to hear that famous laugh. Who's he talking about? Whose laugh is famous?
My laugh.
There we go. Germ Morpher says, how are you doing, Germ, by the way? Over there is all you need to know. Apparently, just scream. All you need to know is like, ah! Fozzie Bear says, I hated something, and then his comment vanished.
What?
Bear.
I hated the idea of online multiplayer until I played it.
There you go. There's a lot of people like that. And that's why I like PS Plus, like Firewall coming to PS Plus so much. A lot of people coming over
that. How about
that
the kid thing? How about kids? You know it's going to attract kids.
See, it's not a problem for me and like you because we play with us the whole time.
Our Phil team.
We got a squad that we know. If you can, another tip, if you can like get a bunch of friends together or like make friends and like bond, well not bond, but
try to start the game with 4.
Exactly.
If you can, try to start your game
easier
with 4.
time. Don't even start searching until you have 4, if possible. Just try and get yourself a group of like-minded individuals. Not all kids are bad.
Or even go on the Discords. Plenty of Discords where you can find other players.
There you go, including this one in the description below.
Including
the Discord in the link below.
What about our links? I don't even think we gave links
we didn't
again.
Talk about them.
We didn't even plug ourselves again. Damn.
Subscribe to my Patreon.
We hate ourselves.
There you go.
We're the worst at this.
Well, go to dicepticon.com. Check them out. Get that music.
Maybe you like my music. Come to my music. Check them out.
I like the HCU and the new custom SMG speed kills, says PSVR Underground. That's another thing you need to worry about in Firewall is rushers. You need to be aware that other teams, especially high-level teams, are fond of rushing. So you kind of either have to all agree to rush as well as your team. You want to be all together, or you're laying back. You're letting them come to you, and you're prepared. That's the kind of only way to deal with rushers, unless you're aim for the head if you can. Always aim for the head. More damage, and it's not as hard as you think.
Nope.
Especially when you're using that red dot sight or something like that.
They fixed that, by the way. The sight's fixed.
Yes, I heard that. I think it was the hollow sight that was the bad. Well, there's something wrong with the red dot sight too, but I think that's something
I read that. I have no idea what.
That's something to do with the FOB map.
I have no idea what's going on there.
Anyway, Chop says multiplayer is where the real skills come in. Exactly. 5XL says training if you want to learn the maps on your own. Yeah. But you want to learn the spawn points, and you want to kind of learn how people typically behave, like choke points and stuff like that. That's kind of more in depth, though. You can still just go and have fun. At the end of the day, a lot of the skill involved is like just who can point their gun better, you know. So it doesn't matter if I've been playing for a year and you've only started yesterday. If you can be quick, if you've quicker reflexes than me, you're gonna beat me, like more than likely.
Yep.
The rest is just kind of knowledge and stuff like that.
Yeah, knowing the map, that's kind of the advantage.
Yeah,
That's about it.
I think hopefully that answers Deej's question. I will make a video about that, I think, and maybe go into more details and like think of things I didn't think of there. Chop says, fellas, have a great night. You guys are awesome. See you soon. Chop, I feel like I never see you anymore, Chop, but thanks for stopping by and thank you for that generosity and take care. Next one is from Deej as well. Just thumbs up these ones while I'm here. Okay, so Deej is back. Another question. He says, obviously it's been a bit of a slow year for PSVR releases. Do you think PlayStation will give PlayStation Plus members any VR games for free?
More games?
You mean on top of Firewall?
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we'll get more games.
Well, Firewall isn't the first game they've given away that's a VR support for free.
That's like the fourth one?
Yeah.
Fourth or fifth one?
But what they do is like, it seems to be like every 3 or 4 months.
Every 3 or 4 months, yep.
Which I don't like. I think once they got
it
rid of...
It should be with it now. There's so many games now.
Like
the library is so crazy.
They dropped PS3 and Visa support on the PS Plus games. So like, I think everyone kind of assumed they were going to replace them with VR games, and they never did, which was... Like, they kind of did for a while. But then they stopped for some reason.
And then they stopped. Yep.
It makes no sense because I'm sure there's plenty of VR developers, like small independent studios, who'd love to have their games get that exposure, you know? So hopefully this is like the start. Like 2020 is like, okay, we need to address this. It's going to be a VR game every month now. I'm hoping for that. That would be class.
That would be nice.
It would be smart too, you know? And then people are adding these games, people who don't even own VR. And they're adding these games, and they look at their library and like, oh, I've got all these VR games, and then they see the PSVR on sale, and they're like, you know what? I already have this library. Might as well get the VR headset, and boom, it's like extra encouragement for them to buy the headset. Mass says, when are you guys going to be guests on PSVR without parole?
My says no. Then they are the enemy.
God Cannon says, Decepticon, would we even accept? Would we even accept that invitation?
Of course, I gladly accept. Of course,
piss stand invitation.
Of course.
Don't look so fucking eager. All right.
All right, never mind. Yeah, thousands
Make
of
them
dollars.
work for us.
Thousands.
Exactly. There we go. There we go.
You'll have to call my agent, and then my agent will call my manager.
I'm your agent,
and
so I get a percentage of that too.
Whoa!
I got a finder's fee for Decepticon. I get the finder's fee. All right. Come on now. What game would you guys want for PS Plus? Fairpoint. Fairpoint that has co-op.
Farpoint? Yeah, Farpoint would be a good one. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
That'd be a real good one.
Because that would revive the online.
Fairpoint,
versus
Wipeout,
Wipeout,
Collection. That's another one multiplayer that would be like pretty much Anthem.
Well, didn't they do that? But that wasn't a Plus game already? No.
Oh, maybe it was. Was it?
I don't remember.
Can somebody say? Maybe it was.
I don't remember. I think it was though.
It could have been. Okay, I apologize. Battlezone will be good free PS Plus games as Geisen. There you go. I need launch titles.
That one made me sick immediately. It was a cool game too.
I didn't enjoy it too much from the demo I played. Warzone says 5XL.
Warzone.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine playing Warzone as your first
VR
free? Game? The very first PSVR game you play is Warzone.
Yeah, Wipeout was free. See,
okay, it was. I'm sorry. How about Werewolves Within?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that revived that
Bring
online.
that shit back.
All the games that finally hit that $5 bin should eventually.
If they haven't sold by now, they're not going to sell.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Chop says yes, it was a few months ago. Exactly. Okay. Weeping Doll. Says Matt.
Cool.
What else? Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. That could be a good one. I know it's pretty new, so they probably won't. And it's selling pretty good too, that one. So they probably won't.
I would take that.
But yeah, basically the games, they're good, but don't really have the popularity that they should have. Werewolves Within, exactly. That's one of them. What else would be a good one? Trying to think of those early kind of the first wave. PSVR Worlds. Maybe that should be one.
If Moss makes a Moss 2, like Moss would be a good one for free.
Okay, yeah. You know what? PSVR Worlds should just be bundled with every headset for free.
Yeah,
That
I
game
agree.
should not have been paid for.
I agree.
Valkyrie, good. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. The
Revive
Persistence.
the online community.
The Persistence will be fun.
That's a really good game now. No.
It should always be multiplayer to keep them fresh, to reinvigorate the player base.
Yeah, I would prefer multiplayer games.
But there's some people out there who don't like multiplayer.
Right.
Rigs.
Jimbo
Riggs
is one of
again?
them people.
Deej says Riggs again. Was Riggs one of them?
Riggs.
I never
Riggs
remember.
is one of them.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
PSVR Worlds, good pick, says God Cannon. Although, again, I changed my answer because that should be just bundled with every headset.
For free.
Like Wii Sports was with the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Good question that was. From God Cannon, I believe. Deej and God Cannon. We ready to move on, or you want to think of more games? All
Do it.
Next.
We could just list games. I would just be sitting here
Young.
just saying game titles.
Aggressive viewer gamer says you owe me $5 if they bring out a robotic contractor, and you owe me $15,000 if they don't. They won't.
Whoa.
We'll give it till
hold
next
on. Wait a
month.
second. What is this bet? Wait a
This
second.
is
What is
yesterday.
the bet?
You missed this.
Okay,
All
what
right.
is it?
Okay,
What is
so
it?
you know
What's the bet?
aggressive viewer gamer.
That's like
He comes in hot. He comes in hot. All right. He came in yesterday. He's like, "Oh, they should really have a robot character in Firewall." And I was
I like his
"Listen,
voice. Is that his voice?
That's
Is
how
that
he sounds. That's how
I
he
like
sounds.
that. Sounds a little bit like you.
does he? All right, let me change that a little bit." He's like,
Let's hear it again.
"Oh, they should bring a robot character into Firewall." And I was like, "Listen, whether or not that's a good idea, it'll never happen." Never, because it's a Firewall. It's realistic, all right. And then he was like, "Oh, they definitely will." And I says, "Listen, I'll fucking put money on it. I will
Definitely
put
will.
money on with you that they definitely will not." And he says,
I have to agree with you. They will definitely not put a robot.
well,
There
you
may
put a
be
bet
a
on
robot
with
in
him.
Solaris.
He says he makes like $2,000 a week as well or something, so he's putting down big money on his side of the bet.
Hey,
I
Riches,
said,
hit him out.
I've got no
Donate
money, so
some-
I'm putting
I'll take $2,000,
$5
you know?
for me. All right.
Sure, hit it out.
Unfortunately, so was Starblood Arena. Oh yeah,
No robots that will
rest
be in
in
Firewall.
peace, Starblood Arena. So yeah, that's one that would have been good as a PS Plus game.
But a drone?
Wait, did Starblood
a
come?
drone?
I think Starblood did come to PS Plus, and that didn't save us.
I think it did too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, Drive
Yes,
Club
it
VR, that's a
did.
good one. Even though Evolution is dead, yes, but like the servers are still. Oh no, they're not. They've gotten rid of Drive Club now too. You can't even play that online anymore. Sure, you can.
Wow. So how about
damn.
drones? Do you think they'll have a drone?
In Firewall?
Hmm?
I think they'd like to. I think something like that is a strain, maybe on the system, like having another thing moving around the map that's
Expensive.
exactly. While your character is like also on the map too. I think Firewall 2 on PS5 is going to have so many more things. Night vision, flashlight. Just flashlights in this game would be class. Imagine just a pitch black map, flashlights.
Well, that one time,
only.
remember that one map that we played on, and there was a character ducked down by like a particular object, and we literally walked into him because we were like, "Oh, is that a guy over there?"
In Firewall?
by the time we got close enough, he started shooting at us,
Oh,
and
shit, I don't
we
remember
didn't
that.
see him at all.
But
yeah.
just imagine that with flashlights only, like no lights at all anywhere else, pitch black. You're in like a mansion, have lightning going on outside. Just
Yeah, that'd
the
be cool, that'd be
possibilities
cool.
for next gen
That'd
are
be cool.
insane.
Or even make a blackout version of the level with all the doors and the cardboard and the catwalk.
Oh, shoot house.
Shoot
Yeah,
house.
or compound.
Yes.
Compound would be great.
A blackout
because
version would
when
be
they
cool.
showed compound first, it was all lights off. It was nighttime, and they did have flashlights. Like that's the very first footage they showed. But yeah, servers are done in the summer, but there's single player content. Oh, that must be for Drive Club. Okay, so Drive Club's still playable for a few more months.
Interesting.
All the flat games that have viewer support would make the most sense, says Matt. What do you mean by that, Matt?
Motion sickness.
What's the next question? Next question is from 777.
Oh shit.
Mr. Jackpot. Okay, so he says, since Solaris is coming out for the PC viewer first, do you think it will have aim support when it comes to PSVR? First gun they showed in the trailer is one-handed, and then they showed the assault rifle type gun. Shooting a rifle using two moves is shit, says Mr. 777. First of all, we can agree Well, I don't know about you, Decepticon, but I hate using 2 move controllers to shoot
Mhm.
rifles. Like one single gun. It's awful.
I think it's going to be both. I think we're going to have the choice of motion controller or aim.
So the reason he thinks that there might not be aim is because it showed, what did he say here?
A pistol.
One-handed gun. But we got pistols in
We
Firewall.
have pistols in Firewall, yeah.
So that
So
negates
I don't
that.
think that's Yeah,
Bus.
nah.
In the footage we have seen, it's like he
But
runs
I
over
do
it.
think
He runs over
they're
a
going to
gun,
have motion.
and he picks it up
it
with his
up.
hand and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden, if you got some PlayStation users using moves and others using the aims, the move controller people with the sticks are going to have the advantage. So I don't know if they'll do that.
That could just be an exaggerated version of like Quake as well, where your character runs over the gun.
Okay,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
possibly.
Pick up the
Just-
gun.
It was
just
cinematic,
pick
yeah.
it
It
up.
wasn't.
It was a
actually
cinematic,
gameplay. It
right.
wasn't gameplay.
Uh-huh.
That's a good point. Drone and motion sickness probably not going to happen. Says Mech Venom. Good point.
Oh, okay, that's what he was
Unless it
saying.
moves super slow, like it would have to go super slow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
It was a pain in the ass on Gun Club. It's a pain in the ass in every game that has us. It's got to be
What's that?
aim, says PSVR Underground. Two-handed shooting. With
Yeah,
moves.
it just doesn't line
so
up right.
finicky. Like
There
at
would
least
have to be a device that we'd have to
clicks
like,
them
click
together.
them into.
Yeah. That'd be okay. But that still wouldn't have sticks, which will be annoying.
And it's another thing we have to buy.
Exactly. Unless you like 3D print a PVC fucking pipe version of
Yeah.
it. Like, I don't know.
But then one's got to be a little higher than the other. Like the game would have to be made like that.
I have a feeling that it won't have aim support.
No?
That's my
Really?
prediction.
Yeah?
I think so.
I
I
don't
think just
know about
because you think it'll have both.
I think it'll be both because they're an aim you know what I mean? Firewall is basically like built around like how the aim works.
Okay, but
So I don't know.
I think they've gone to a great amount of effort to ensure that using the aim and using the DualShock 4 that there's not an unfair advantage for one or the other. I don't see how they could do that with the move controllers.
Motion controllers and the aim.
Not with no sticks, you know.
Because I wonder if there's like doors and stuff that where you got to use your hands.
Well, there you go. And then if I only have to press the button on the aim, you got to use hands and like throwing grenades and shit like that.
That'd be
That's
interesting.
gonna be way easier with an aim because you just point and pull.
And click.
Whereas
Yep.
every time I throw a grenade in any VR game, it
Never
goes
works.
behind me or it goes on my feet or something like that. On PSVR anyway. All right, one more question from the YouTube section anyway before we go to Discord. This is from Waffles1. How you doing, Waffles1? And thanks for the question. He says, any advice for finding out what levels a newer, so I'm guessing he means DLC, gun unlocks? I really wish I could see in-game to know how close I am to getting my next gun. Oh wait, no, maybe he's not talking about DLC. Also, can you give us a rundown of everything in the deluxe pack? I feel like I should have researched this question before I read it out. I might just reply to this myself like later on.
All right.
But we can try and address the levels.
Talk about it.
Any advice for finding out what levels a newer gun unlocks at? Does it not say it? Or does it only
There
say
was
the
a
price?
website for a little bit that had all that stuff, but I think that all that stuff is down.
It shut down. They shut down that website.
They pulled it.
It was
They
like
couldn't support it.
firewallintel.com or .net
That's
or something
right.
like that.
Yep.
PSVR Underground says, I
Don't
would think-
know. I mean, there might be like things by now on the Reddit. You can search the Reddit.
I would. I guess I'd suggest making a post on Reddit, but I will try and look up that stuff and reply to this comment with this
Video. Now you got to make a new video.
Another video.
The levels of
need for these
what
videos.
items. And now there's all
How do
kinds
I
of
even
new items
research
too.
this? How do I even research that? Like, because I can't. I'd have to make it. I wouldn't even be able to do it.
I don't know.
Godcannon says, I would think DS4 and AIM, but who knows? I think that's a lot more realistic. I don't think
these are
I don't think
questions
move
we need
controllers
for
at all.
Frank. We need Frank
There you
as
go.
that guest.
There you go. We'll try and get him.
And
Frank,
these would be
S,
perfect questions for that
Damon,
man.
Kyle, any of them. We've got lots of questions for them. Matt says the problem is the light tracking. You can't put one behind the other move controller. Exactly, that's the problem. Well, that's one problem.
Yeah, one would have to be higher than the other, but the game would have to be designed like that.
Yeah, and as well, it's
because then if not, you'd be tilting the guns in every game.
Because they're not attached to each other, you can kind of drift without subconsciously drifting. Like you wouldn't realize that your hands are out of line, and then all of a sudden you pop them up, and then it's all wacky. Fozzie Bear says, "Is there any way to know how many players there are in Firewall. The only way that I know of is if you make a brand new account, go to boot up Firewall, and then check the leaderboard. And before you even get any XP,
I didn't even think to
you
do
should be
that.
at the very bottom of the leaderboard, and you can see what rank you're at. So you should be like in the hundreds of thousands. That I guess that only
You know what?
includes
I just
people-
thought it.
What?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I guess that only includes people who maybe has earned a little bit of XP, like at least played one match or something. But anyway, go on. What were you saying?
I just thought of another topic.
Oh shit.
VR Crisis Co-op.
Oh shit. Okay. I wish you said that
VR
sooner.
Crisis Brigade Co-op.
I
added
don't know.
in.
I don't know what to do here. What am I supposed to
It's getting
quickly
added in.
download?
New
and
topic. Back it up. Back
All
it
right.
up. Shut the fax machine
Shut the
down.
fax machine
Shut it
down.
off.
All right, we're
Pull
going
the
back. We're going back.
What the fuck is this?
We're back. Goodbye, fax machine. Fax machine's on hold right now for a second. Hold on a second.
VR Crisis Brigade. Getting that multiplayer.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting because that would make that pretty fun.
That'd
be cool.
All of a sudden, I'm interested in getting this. We can take.
You should have got it when that game was like, it cost like, it was like $2 or something like that.
What's it
$4.
now, like
or
$10?
something.
It can't be that expensive.
I think, is it? Is it?
Like, I mean, it can't be expensive overall. I mean,
Oh, all right. Yeah, good.
Rookie is back. She says, turns out
Yeah,
Morrowind.
3-player co-op.
is
See, look
three?
at that.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
my goodness.
Damn.
That'd be
That's
awesome.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Turns out Morrowind.
I enjoy that game. That's a hard game.
I'm sorry, Rookie. I can't read it out. Turns out Morrowind is pretty boring. I'd play Oblivion, but I need to beat Morrowind first. No, you don't. I played Oblivion first. Had a great time. No interest in
Haven't
going
played
to
any of them.
Morrowind. Anyway, sorry, Decepticon.
And then I played Skyrim VR for the first time.
Oh, that would have been class. You know, that's the way to do it, Rookie. Get into Skyrim VR.
Just don't
Morrowind
play
is good.
anything. I'm waiting to do Bioshock like that too.
Ooh.
Never
I've
played
only played the
Bioshock.
first Bioshock, but that's the best one.
I've never played it, so now I'll
Right.
be able to play it in
Oh,
VR.
well, you're going to be disappointed if it never comes to VR. You're going to be waiting a long time, maybe, you know?
It'll come. It'll
Well, you
come.
better download that
All
collection. Add that collection to your library anyway, just in
Oh,
case.
it's already done.
All right.
Already.
Because they might
already
patch
clicked.
in VR support.
Of course,
you know?
that's I was already
There you
on
go.
that.
All right. So
Mhm.
when is this patch coming to Crisis Brigade?
Soon.
Soon. Is it
Soon.
free-
I think it's
free
already
updates?
out for Quest and the other thing.
Is this a free
So-
update?
Yes.
Okay. And is, what is
All
it-
their shit has
is
been
it
free,
like,
actually.
Is it adding like new levels or like a
I
special?
think all the. No, I don't know if it's at a new co-op level or not. That'd be interesting
like,
too.
is this co-op mode separate to the game that's already there, or is it adding?
I don't
co-op
think
to
so. I
what's
think it's
already
adding co-op to what's already there.
Okay.
Yep. But the game is hard. That's a tough game.
there? I wonder will they up the difficulty because like if you add
Lower the
friends or-
difficulty.
but like when you have extra people,
Oh, with
it's
more
gonna make it
people,
easier, you know?
yeah, that's true. But I don't know though. Still
Morrowind
really hard.
was good way back in the day. Skyrim Morrowind DLC is pretty good. Wait, the Skyrim Morrowind DLC is out. Sucks because my Skyrim is on the PS3. My Skyrim was on PS3 and I was able to get that DLC. I'm stingy since I paid for Morrowind. I at least need to beat it. All right, no harm in doing that. I hear it's a classic, but I wouldn't like to play it 2020. Skyrim VR comes with all DLC. Morrowind section is cool. All right. Are we ready to go back to the fax machine?
All right, plug the fax machine
All
back
right,
in.
it's back
Is there
in.
anything
It's
else?
back in.
What else is there to talk
Well, I don't know.
about? Who
Let's
else
go
said
back in.
anything?
We've got some questions. Hold on a sec.
It's that
All right.
time again.
I'll skip through that. We don't need to hear that again. Let me just post out some questions on the Discords. Feedback. No.
5XL's out. Poof. Peace. GG 5XL.
So close to the end.
GG.
So close to the end. He goes.
He's
Why?
out.
Why? Oh, it's just one from tradition. I
One?
think. Okay. And it's not even a serious question.
What's it say?
Will there be any retaliation against Without Parole for taking down your internet?
Is
So there you go. So you may not know this, but for the last week, my
that
internet
what it
has
was?
been
They
down.
DDoSed you.
Well,
They were
look,
like, you know what? Our numbers are going down. Pumpkin's numbers are going up. Look
that's
at
what
their
it
bar
is. They're
chart. Shut them
threatened.
down.
They're threatened. Look at this.
Shut them down. That's
That's
what
16
Godkent's in here
16
for. He's their
people watching.
spy. He's their spy.
That's 16 people that they should have right now watching, but they don't because I'm stealing them. And they're greedy. You know, they can't
Two
share.
of them are us.
They can't share.
Two or
you know?
three of
Don't
them
worry
are
about that.
them.
Don't worry about that.
Two of them are us.
Tradition actually did drop a juicy nugget, but it was in general. Hold on a sec.
What do you
He
say?
said, this is not really news, but Trevor said on the next Firewall map will be a daytime one.
Oh,
So this
see?
confirms a new map.
A new map.
All right. But I went to the place where he said he confirmed this. And what he actually said was it takes place on the sun.
Oh,
So I don't know if he was joking.
boy.
I don't know if he was joking. I don't know if it's
what are you
confirmation
doing?
that there's a daytime
Fake
map. Like it could be a
news.
hint. It could be like a
Fake
big wink, wink, nudge,
news.
nudge. I'm not 100% sure. But potentially a new map for Firewall.
Interesting.
By the way, 5XL, goodbye.
So long.
We had
GG.
to resort to extreme measures, says PSVR Underground.
DDoSed you.
I smelled cat piss all over
Take it to the KFC parking
my
lot.
roser.
DDoSed you.
No way. Brian Paul loves us all. Always. Know that. Says Matt.
Every
All
one
right.
of you little
All
babies. He loves every one of you
loves
little
everyone.
babies just as much as I
Everyone
do.
is
In
a
fact,
child.
I love you more than Brian Paul,
Whoa.
okay?
That's creepy.
More.
too much.
You're all my little babies.
Too much.
All of
You're getting broody all of a sudden today, Decepticon. Everyone's your baby today. Are you realizing those eggs are turning to dust by the day? And
That's
you're
it.
getting
You know what? I
broody?
had a
You're panicking?
realization
And Valentine's Day
yesterday.
is coming.
It's like
You know?
panicking.
He couldn't stream Firewall with me yesterday because he was having a mental breakdown.
Panicking.
You know, he was
Mannequin
there on
panicking.
Tinder, swiping right on
Mannequin
Tinder all
panicking.
day, panicking into mannequin. There you go. Tough acting, attacking. You know,
Looking at everyone's photos and like holding hands and like beach dates and like the girl pulling the guy someplace. Ah,
and you're like a tear coming down. It's like I wish that was me. I wish
dust
that
came out. Dust poofed out.
was- just like your ovaries. Decepticon.
Just like
I guess we are the game dogs here, says Matt. We're the Pumpkin Patch Kids. Man,
game
come on.
dogs. What the
Game
what?
dogs. No
777
dogs here.
777 doesn't. Or yeah, he doesn't even know where he's at. No idea where he's at.
777 says, what PS1, 2, or 3 game will be the first you will play when PS5 is out since it's backwards compatible? I want to play Max Payne 3. First of all, I think only PS4 is confirmed to be backwards compatible. I know there's a lot of rumors that 1, 2, and 3 will be supported too. But if that is true, my answer is going to be the Metal Gear Solid series. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whoa.
I won't replay 5 because that was a disappointment, but 1, 2, 3, 4 for sure. Maybe Peace Walker 2. By the way, I love that PlayStation commercial, says PSVR Underground. Are you talking about the new one that came out today? Did you see that one?
What's that?
The new PlayStation
The commercial?
It's like
It's all like the
creepy
heart?
one with the hearts in the boxes, yeah.
Yep, I saw it.
It's like back to PS2 days and PS3 days. And
Pretty weird.
Pumpkin's old PS ad reference got mega like. Oh,
Play
you saw
that.
my comment. There
Play
we
that
go.
Parappa to Rappa. That's what I'd be playing.
Somebody replied to my comment saying, "Hey, I like your comment, or I like your content. Good job."
Who said that?
I don't know his name. I can't remember his name, but I was like,
And you don't remember his name?
on the YouTube comment or the YouTube section of that PlayStation ad. I was like, "Oh, PlayStation or creepy PlayStation are back" or something like that, and then he replied like that. But yeah, I got a load of likes
You're
on
famous.
that thing.
You know, you're
I got
famous.
hundreds of likes on that comment.
You're
Kind of a big deal now.
You're famous. You
It's
went
gonna
viral.
It's going to boost my YouTube algorithms.
They're
real
all
good.
here now. They're all here.
There you go. I got to lure them back here. That's the thing. I will play the Soul Reaver sequel on PS2. Not the first one on PS1.
Soul Reaver. That was good.
I never played the sequel, but I played the first one, and I enjoyed that one. PSVR powered by love. I'm guessing that had to do with like a. Is that like a Valentine's commercial? Like what? What's that ad about?
Is it?
What's going on with that ad?
Who knows?
PSVR
Hearts. You know, hearts.
Underground.
Everybody's hearts powering the machine, you know? We're all powering PlayStation. We're all PlayStation's little babies.
Yeah. Your comment had like 360 likes, probably more now. Do you hear that?
It's like the Matrix. You know what I mean? What? Say that again?
My comment.
What's this,
He
your
says
comment?
my comment had like 360
likes, did it?
Yeah, not
Where
bad.
was it? Where
Not
was the
bad.
comment posted though?
It's in the
on
video.
this-
Just go on the
but I
PlayStation
mean,
channel.
Is it on the YouTube? Is it part
Yeah,
of the
they're YouTube.
YouTube
Just
comments?
underneath
Okay.
the commercial.
Yep.
It's probably
I'll
got to
have
be
to
like
check
one of
it
the
out.
top comments.
I'll have
you know?
to
Kind
check
of a
it
big
out.
Deal. It was a Valentine's comment, says guys. Unusual. Very unusual to see like a company targeting Valentine's for anything. It's not like a big console buying day, although maybe there's girls out there like, oh, I'll buy my boyfriend a PlayStation 4 for Valentine's because, you know, he eats that
That's
ass
a
real
nice-
good.
that's a
He
good
eats that
girl.
ass
That
real
is a-
good, you know.
That is a good girlfriend.
Christopher Hart's girlfriend.
Don't lose that one. Don't. That's Dana. You better not lose Dana.
Exactly.
Don't lose
That's
that
a
Dana.
right there. I already have 2 copies of Soul Reaver and Blood Omen. Never played the PS2. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Isn't there 2 of them on PS2? Like Soul Reaver 2 and Defiance.
Don't remember.
Anyway, I think I watched like a YouTube movie of them. Those games have really good voice acting considering they came out in the 90s or whatever.
All right.
I think, are we done?
Is that it?
I think that might be it.
Show over?
Thank you everyone for the questions. Appreciate the questions. We got a lot of questions, since I only asked today for them.
So many questions.
And so
backtracking, forward tracking, back to the fax machine.
Back to the fax machine's got some good workout today. You know,
talking about the corona.
Better believe we're topical now. We talk about current events as well.
We cover them all here.
Next week we're talking about the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones. We're
going
to be talking about
help
everything.
With Bitcoin? You need help with that cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
We got you.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want, we'll do.
Them Doge coins, we
just
got
subscribe.
you.
Just make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends. Share this on some place where people will find this interesting. All right.
Post it, share it, like it, tweet it, retweet it, post it on Facebook.
Where else? Where's a good place to share
all
stuff?
The things.
I can't put it on Reddit because it's self promotion. So you guys got to do us.
Anytime I do it, I get downvoted into the.
Yeah. Everyone hates Decepticon.
Everyone's like,
fuck this guy.
Get out of here.
Fuck this guy.
Disgusting.
No, it's your name.
It's your
co-host. Name. That's what it is.
Fuck off, co-host.
But where's another place to share this stuff? It's like so hard to find places to.
Welcome to the game of trying to promote yourself. It's such a hard game.
YouTube's algorithms, you know.
That too. See, you gotta mastermind all the algorithms somehow. Cleverly hashtag things, you know. Cleverly make Instagram stories so everyone giggles and laughs at your stuff.
I gotta get you giggling. That's the secret. Once I get you giggling, then the money start rolling.
The babies start coming in.
There we go. Anyway, GG everyone. Thanks everyone for showing up. I do appreciate this. We'll be back next week, Decepticon. I hope.
Are we?
Episode 22. Yeah.
Don't promise the people this.
Well, probably.
That was a good well. Do that again? Well.
Nah, I won't do it again. All right. I'm not a fucking monkey that performs for you. Okay. Deej says I could post some flyers. Whatever you think will work, Deej.
Post anywhere around your neighborhood. Tack them up.
Just say this is for kids. I hear that helps. If I say this is for kids, I get like banned permanently. Anyway, good night.
Fine.
Good night, everyone.
All them fines are coming in.
It's been a pleasure. You know.
Night.
Bye. Take care. God bless. Or whatever.
So long.
You believe in. GG. End stream.